Hey everybody, it is Lawrence coming to you with another Kaerimichi video as I am walking home. For newcomers, this is not one of my usual vlogs. This is just a video where I record on my way home from work, just as I'm walking, talking about whatever is on my mind, or addressing questions or comments from you, from my viewers. So today, first I might not even actually get to any questions today because I have a lot to talk about this week because there's a lot going on at school. This week is the, actually, no, stop. Let me reverse. Before I get to that, I want to go back to talk about Tokyo. The last vlog I posted was from when I went to visit the YouTube space, and I realized as I was editing and finishing the vlog, at the end I never really addressed how that party was, the after party in the evening, and how that went, and you know, if I was awkward or if I was able to make friends or any of that. So I wanted to say, yeah, it was a little awkward, and I'm not saying, I just mean for me. This is like, it was awkward for me. I'm not putting that on anyone else. It's just like my own kind of insecurities come out at events like that when I don't know anyone. That little guy is singing on his way home. Alright, and it's not like I'm a totally insecure person, it's just in those particular situations only, like for some reason I can't handle myself very well. Other than that, I'm usually like a fine, confident person, totally comfortable with myself. I'm obviously like totally comfortable with making a fool of myself walking down the street out in public, holding a camera and talking into it. So like, you know, it's not that I'm insecure, it's just for some reason that situation I'm not good at. But anyways, the party was good, and I did manage to talk to some people and make a couple of good friends, I think. Obviously they don't live here, they live in Tokyo or nearby Tokyo, so they're not people that I will see very often, probably, but really nice people. Yeah, shoutouts to Ivan and Blaine in particular, also Mirika if you're watching this. Yeah. Cool guys, really nice talking to you, and it was nice to meet you. Okay, I guess we can fast forward now, get to this week at school. So as I mentioned last week on my Kaerimichi video, this week is our school's festival, our school's Bunkasai. Again, bunka means culture and sai means festival, so it translates literally to culture festival, but we just call it the school festival. And this is something that every school in the nation does. It's part of the national standardized curriculum, so it's something that all schools do, but it's actually different from school to school depending on, you know, what the school specializes in, or things like that. So while every school does have a bunkasai, not all bunkasais are created equal, so to speak. So I'm really curious. I don't really have a sense of what our school's Bunkasai is going to be like yet. It seems that the focus is on performances and less so on like individual classes doing like projects, like the one that I did the vlog of back in Toyama. Like each individual classroom like transformed their classroom into some kind of attraction of some kind. I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be more each class is doing some kind of a performance, and so the focus will be on the stage performances. There's actually, so my school that I teach at is actually a junior high school and a high school combined. So the junior high school and high school are having their culture festival on the same days, but they're actually kind of separated. The junior high school one mainly takes place in one auditorium, and then the high school one happens in two other auditoriums. So there's going to be 3 auditoriums having performances all at the same time. So it's going to be kind of hectic, I guess. I don't really know what I'm going to watch. I do know that I have to attend my classes' performances, of course, because I'm a part of it. To kind of explain, in Japan, let's see. So in America, or at least, you know, the school that I went to when I was growing up, like, we go from class to class and we have different members in each class. So, like, so each individual person will have their own schedule, will have their own personal schedule just for them that doesn't match anyone else's schedule of classes throughout the day. And each class period, the classmates, sorry, I'm struggling with my words. The classmates that you'll attend the class with will change. They'll mix throughout the day. But in Japan, it's completely different. In Japan, it's when you are assigned to a class, you attend all of your classes with that same group of students all day, every day for the entire school year. So, and that's called, you know, their homeroom. So students are assigned a homeroom class and they stick with those classmates. They have every class with the same classmates every day throughout the year. So each homeroom also is assigned a homeroom teacher that kind of looks after them and actually has like a lot of responsibility in you know, guidance and making sure that the students do their work and make sure they behave well and all kinds of stuff like that. So and so at my school we have the homerooms, the homeroom teachers, and some of the homerooms, or the homerooms for the international course students, which are the students that study English really hard. Those classes also have a co-homeroom teacher that is a native English speaker. So I actually have a homeroom class in the junior high school. And so anyways, to bring this back to Bunkasai, to the school festival, I am going to be taking part in my homeroom class's performance. We're doing a little skit, and I have a very small role. I just have one line in it, and I'm only on stage for like a second. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I actually did a lot of theater in high school, and I kind of miss it. I really enjoy acting and being on stage and stuff. Anyways, so this week we've had a very light class schedule, and everything has been kind of focused on getting prepared for the Bunkasai, which starts tomorrow, and it goes for 2 days. And the first day, tomorrow, is just kind of for in-house. It's just for the students to enjoy with each other. It's not open to the public. It's just, it's actually kind of I mean, it's the real thing. It is the Bunkasai, but it's also kind of a rehearsal for the real thing, which is on Saturday, and that is the one that's open to the public. So anyone can come and see the performances and enjoy it. So yeah, we have Bunkasai for 2 days, starting tomorrow. What else was I gonna say? I'm losing my train of thought here. Sorry, guys. Oh boy, I guess it's time for me to go to questions then, if I'm losing my train of thought. So Bunkasai, oh, I know what I wanted to say. So Bunkasai is starting tomorrow. I'm going to try to take some videos and stuff of Bunkasai. I don't think it will be a big problem if I take some videos on the open to the public day on Saturday and make a little vlog out of it. But really what I'm going to be doing, what I plan on doing, is actually posting a lot of Instagram, or as much as I can on Instagram. You know, Instagram has their new stories feature, and I'm going to have my cell phone with me all day tomorrow and the next day, and I'm gonna try and post as much as I can on Instagram. So if you are not following me on Instagram, go check it out. I'll put the link right here, or the display right here or here somewhere. So go and find me on Instagram. It's just my full name, Lawrence Dennis, and give me a follow. And you can see, if you look at my stories, that'll be mainly where I'm posting stuff tomorrow and the next day. So it'll be cool. You can see a little insight into the junior high school and high school festival in Japan. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say about that. Oh, check this out, guys. Hold on. This is a new drink that I just found today. It is Fanta. Let's see if we can get it to focus on there. Don't focus on my face. There we go. Fanta Blood Orange. Look at that. It's blood orange Fanta. How cool is that? It's actually pretty good. I just found it today, and I tried it for the first time, and it was quite good. Whew. I'm really exhausted. Today was a long day of just rehearsing all day for school festival, for Bunkasai, so I'm really tired. I can do one question, I think, real quick before I get home. I'm almost home, but I'll do one question since I'm here. So I've got my phone. There we go. Okay, I have to apologize in advance for mispronouncing your name, which I surely am about to do. Rawish Ramcharan asked, is watching anime a good thing or bad thing in Japan? And are otakus looked down on in Japan? Okay, thank you for the question, Rawish. Is watching anime a good or bad thing? It's not really thought of, I think, as either a good or bad thing. It's just kind of a thing. It's so popular, and anime is such like a big part of pop culture that people don't even, people wouldn't think like it's a good thing or bad thing either way. It really depends actually mostly on the kind of anime that the person watches. So like, there are all kinds of different anime. There's romance, and every genre that you can think of for any kind of movie or TV show, they have that same genre in anime, and probably even more, actually, because anime's been around for a while, and it's such a huge part of the culture here. Like, they make anime for everything. As far as is being otaku a good or bad thing, that again kind of depends on the kind of otaku. So I assume you mean, from the context of your question, I'm assuming that you're talking about an anime nerd or an anime otaku specifically. And in that case, I would say there are some people that do look down on anime otakus, especially like people that are into like the moe anime, the really cute stuff, the borderline pervy stuff. Like, what can you do? And things like Love Live and stuff like that. There are some people that look down on it, but there's also tons and tons of fans of that stuff. Like, the numbers are just staggering of how many people are into anime like that. So like, it's like anywhere else, I would imagine, where, and I think in America too, like, people look down on nerds, but like, there's also a ton of nerds out there, so it's really kind of a give and take. But it's probably much even better here than it is in America, I would guess, because like, you see people reading comics on this, you see old people reading comics like just out in public, on the train, at the convenience store, wherever. So like, it's not a big deal. So I apologize, my answer to your question is a little open-ended. It just kind of depends on what that person is into. It depends on what kind of anime, and it depends on what kind of otaku. But otaku, by the way, is a word that means pretty much anything. So, otaku can mean like it can mean an anime nerd, but it can also, there's all kinds of otaku in the same way that there are all kinds of nerds. There are nerds who are into sports, there are nerds who are into everything, I don't know, cooking, whatever. So there are otaku for everything as well. There's otaku for science, there's otaku for trains, there's otaku for everything, you know? Like, it's a good question, and it's an interesting thing, and you know, lately, although I do like anime and stuff, like, and you know, a lot of the reason that I got interested in Japan has to do with anime and Dragon Ball and stuff like that I watched in high school. Recently, I haven't watched all that much anime, so I'm not as familiar with the world of otaku culture and stuff like that as far as recent times. So I can't answer your question probably as fully as some other people could, but that's my general feeling from being here. It's just like, people don't really look down, a few people do look down on them, but there are so many anime fans in Japan, and it's such a huge part of the pop culture that it's really not a big deal. Okay, we're back. Sorry, my camera cut that video off for some reason, but I was at the end of my answer to that question. So thank you again for the question, Rawish. And if you have any questions or anything you want to hear me talk about, send me a comment here, give me a thumbs up, send me a line on Twitter, Instagram, give me a shout out. I'd love to hear from you guys. So thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.